Welcome back to My Friggin Movie Reviews, this time in 2024. And yes, I realize I'm a few months behind, but that's because after December ended, I decided to take a couple months break. There's not a whole lot of movies that come out in those first 2 months. Now there were some, so don't worry, I will catch you up and, talk about those here in the near future. Here on this show, I talk about all the movies that I saw in theater and then give you a non-spoiler review. Again, we want to avoid those spoilers. I want you to see something and experience it for the first time. So I keep this non-spoiler because I don't want to ruin any of the surprises for you. I'll try to break down some of the highlights, give you a 5-star ranking, well, out of 5, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And people have asked me actually about that, and basically 1 is like, it sucks. 2 is, it's okay. 3 was, it's good. 4, it's really good. And 5, it blew me away. And sometimes movie watching can be funny. I mean, you can have something that is really, really good, production-wise, cinematography-wise, but then just doesn't give you like cool feelings, And so you might give it a 5, but never watch it again. Or maybe, it had some aspects that were really fun, but it was just like terribly done, so I can't give it too high, and maybe you give it a 2. So movie watching is kind of weird, but I'll try and at least give my explanation of why I put them in those different categories. And of course, then I'll let you know if I think you should go to the theater to watch it or wait until it's streaming at home to save yourself some bucks. What I might do differently this year is I'm thinking about including a few of the streaming service movies in my reviews. Normally I only do the ones that I see in theater, but sometimes there's some really good movies that go straight to streaming. So I'd like to include a discussion about those as well. I mentioned I'm a little behind, so I got 4 or 5 different movies that I've already seen, so you should see those coming here pretty soon. But then we'll get more back to the kind of regular beat where you're getting a review almost every week. And that's essentially what I do here on this show. Now, I do sometimes participate in a few extras, so if you're into like podcasting, I'm often invited on to the Am I Still on the Air special episode review with our friends DX Don Mega of Am I on the Air and Peoples from the People's Forum. And when we do those podcasts, we usually break down movies in more detail, especially like the superhero style movies or maybe a big blockbuster type of movie. So you can tune in and check those out on reddragonsradio.com. And then just again, if you were looking for a little bit more detailed description of some of the movies that we watch. But as I said earlier, I keep it non-spoiler here on this one. And don't be afraid to jump in the comments and let me know what you think about the movie after you see it. That's what makes movie watching fun, hearing the different perspectives. Sometimes movies hit me really strong, and maybe for another person, it doesn't hit them at all, or vice versa. That's one of the beautiful things about movies, is they can hit us in different ways, or completely miss us. It depends on our own perspectives, and our personal experiences, and the things that we just like. And so sometimes those things are different, and that's awesome. And I'm always happy to hear what other people think about stuff, so please let me know. And as always, after you check a movie out, I like to know if I'm friggin' right or I'm friggin' wrong.